Okay, you know what time it is. It's time for me and you to talk here. It's Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, 2020, May 24th. Coronavirus is closing in pretty quick on 100,000 known deaths in America. That seems like a lot to me, but once again, President Trump said 100,000 is going to be the maximum amount of deaths, which means that this thing's going to be over soon. To prove it, Donald Trump went golfing yesterday. I guess that means the golf courses are officially open. It's Memorial Day. They're already talking about all the shit that's going down from all the reopenings. You know, Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, and Corpus Christi, San Diego, Orange County. Ooey. Ooey, ooey. But Trump said it's almost over. So I guess that means it's almost over. Let's talk about... Let me get a sip of coffee first. Okay, let's talk about Springfield, Missouri, where two barbers from, I believe it's called Great Clips, both tested positive for coronavirus. One of them had symptoms all week. It says they affected about at least 100 other people. So this is a good example of why the social distancing means something, because he worked for 8 hours this day, but in those 8 days he worked, he only saw maybe, they said, around 96 people. That means it's not very many per day. You see, instead of doing 25 people a day, because that's what you got to do, is you have to limit your exposure. That's what social distancing means. We limit our exposure. You don't go to Costco and Target and Walmart and the movies and all in the same day, and then you've been around 1,000 people in one day. You don't want to be around 1,000 people in one day if you're the carrier and you want to move. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you got to wear the masks. We talk about wearing the masks. We talk about the misguided people who think wearing masks is for pussies. So let's talk about a story that happened right here in just a few blocks up the street. More than a few blocks. It's over in Van Nuys at the Costco. Not the Costco, the Target. It's across from the Costco. All right, the Target in Van Nuys. Two dudes walk in. I think they're brothers. They're about 30. They don't want to wear the mask. Guy says, wear the mask. Guy says, please don't wear the mask. He says, I'm going to ask you to leave. And the brothers start swinging and start fighting with the employees. You know, because nobody tells them that they're pussies, right? They're going to have to show you that they will kick your ass, even if you are a civilian person. So they end up all rumbling and fighting and blah, blah, blah. They walk in the store. Like, dude, you walk in the store without a mask and start kicking someone's ass. They arrested the dudes less than a day later because they had perfect pictures of their faces. But yeah, they broke the arm of one of the employees. And, dude, what... Like, it angers me. That doesn't anger me. It saddens me. It saddens me that people are so stupid. Now, because these guys gained nothing. There's nothing to be gained by their pride. All they did was hurt people and themselves for no reason. For what gain? What? To prove that they were badasses for a half a second? To stand up against the man by wearing a mask? I don't understand these people. Do you wear a jacket when it's cold, you pussy? Or, or is it inhibiting your freedom to wear pants in public? Like, I don't get it. I don't get these guys. And then these same guys want you to act perfect when you're out and about in the town. You know what I mean? Like, you cut them off, they'll follow you to your house and shoot. Like, come on, man. What a couple of pussies. Van Nuys Target. Look it up, man. Van Nuys Target. Incredible. Oh, yeah. Van Nuys. Van Nuys is named after a dude named... Ivan Van Nuys? I don't know. His name is Van Nuys. A lot of stuff out here in LA is named after people. People don't know that. Mulholland, Van Nuys, not Sepulveda. Chandler Street was, Otis Chandler was the editor of the LA Times back in the whenevers, 30s, 40s. I don't know. But he got the nicest street in the valley named after him. Like, that's how it goes, baby. That's how it goes. Look, man, all those stories coming out right now about COVID are about how people are reinfecting their environments, reaffecting their people, how they thought it was going to be okay, and then all of a sudden, boom, this tiny town of 800 people suddenly has 100 cases. Like, that's the kind of stuff that lets us realize how It's still real, man. It's not fake. It was never fake, and it's just as potent today as it ever was. Okay? That's what's up. I mean, I think I say that every day. I'm probably a little repetitive, but that's why we're here, man. I like like-minded people. I like people that can look at the objective stuff. You know, we might not agree on everything, but we need to agree that that is some real stuff. Good Lord. Here's somebody talking in the background. That's what's happening when you live with a nurse. Okay, it doesn't matter. Holiday weekend, 24 hours a day, midnight. Guys, I'm going to cut it short today, and I'm going to end with this. Let's end on a high note. You know, sometimes the internet is good. Sometimes the internet gives us things that we like. With that said, one of my favorite mashups right now, it's from a couple years ago, but it's the Wu-Tang Clan Super Friends mashup. I'll put the link down. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Do your thing. Take care. I love you guys. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay. Bye.